This episode is brought to you by Peacock. The new Peacock original documentary, Matthew Perry, A Hollywood Tragedy, dives deep into the beloved actor's rise to fame and his tragic death. 5 people, including Perry's personal assistant, 2 medical doctors, and an alleged Hollywood drug dealer known as the Ketamine Queen, were charged with conspiracy to illegally provide Perry with the ketamine. Explore the details of the case in this heartbreaking special, streaming now only on Peacock.
Support comes from ServiceNow. We're for people doing the creative work they actually want to do. That's why this ad was written and read by a real person and not AI. You know what people don't want to do? Boring, busy work. Now with AI agents built into the ServiceNow platform, you can automate millions of repetitive tasks in every corner of your business, IT, HR, and more, so your people can focus on the work that they want to do. That's putting AI agents to work for people. It's your turn. Visit servicenow.com.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner, by knockout, is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
Where'd you get that cardigan?
Old Navy. Megan's sister Megan got it for me. Do you have the same one?
It's right next to me.
Well, put it on so we can be twins.
Fuck. I'm gonna use my pencil to grab it. It's too far. I have it in the pink one and I have the Christmas color.
Yeah, Megan got this for me for Christmas. Let me take a picture. It'd be like, hey, you and Megan have... Nope, I can't. Screenshot because I'm blocking the whole thing.
Oh, obsessed. That is so funny. We look so cute.
We do.
I'm a little too toasty though.
It is warm. I have nothing on underneath this, but I'm like, because I turn the heat on when I wake up so I can shower. So it's just a little warm in here.
I would like to say that the weather this week is alarming, to say the least.
Yeah, it's up and down the whole week. And then it's going to be cooler again.
I just checked. It's supposed to rain and be like freezing fucking cold. And I'm like, it's in the 80s today. What do you mean?
Yep.
This weekend it's going to rain and be freezing?
Yep. Welcome to LA, baby. I guess. But think about this. The last couple of years, it's been consistently raining at this time.
Yeah. And I don't know why that we just said, fuck it. And by we, I mean... global warming. Remind me to tell you something about my neighbors later.
All right. Well, we'll sidebar with that. Welcome to a brand new episode of Fisting.
Sorry.
I can't take you seriously with your little finger monitor on.
Well, what else am I supposed to do? I'm not getting an Apple Watch.
You could have just fisted with one hand, though. There you go. But then that looks like jacking off.
I'm a seasoned pro. You want two
double fister.
There's a clip of I don't know if it's from Trixie and Katya's podcast, but I know it's Katya. It's both of them. I don't know if it's from their podcast or from their the show or whatever. But it's like literally like this thing. No, it's not. It's not them. It's Bob. It's Bob the drag queen who's doing it. But I think Bob is telling one of them, or they retold the story. Regardless, they talked about like putting 2 hands up your ass and then clap, and then they were like, "Oh my god!" And then but like I'm quite literally kidding. That's not physically
can't.
No, you can't. But the person believed it, and then it like Bob dragged it on for so long, and finally was like, "It's just physically impossible." I'm fucking kidding.
As someone who did a whole podcast on fisting one time, the hand naturally curves when it goes inside, so you can't even flatten it out.
Well, I have to assume it's like putting in a tampon. You don't stick like you. No, your body does not just like a vessel, like a funnel. Yeah. Like it's not just like a straight up and down kind of situation.
Like your finger, even like if you put a whole hand in it, would curve at some point because like that's your rectum.
I know this is called Fisting Friday, but I don't like the word rectum.
A rectum, anus, booty hole, booty tube.
Take that last one back. You and Maude said to me yesterday.
What?
And I was like, this is worse than slam your clam.
Oh, I had a good one. that I came up with, and I was gonna share it with him, but I fucking forgot what it was.
Oh no, he'll be devastated.
Damn. I'll figure it out again.
So the one that I forget, like we're watching a new show, which I love, and I'll tell you. And I think you told me to watch the show. But he like made a joke, and he was like, "Oh yeah, plunge that clunge," and I said, "Pardon?" And he goes, "Clunge," and I was like, "What the fuck is clunge?" He goes, "It's like slang for pussy." And I was like, I do think straight men need to be banned from coming up with slang for pussy because like
clunge. That's not hot.
No, it's disgusting. It makes me feel unclean and like I'm a toilet that needs to be plunged.
It also feels like the past. Like it's not a present word.
That has happened in the past, and also it sounds like it happened in the past before I could own land.
It was definitely when people were using pots to shit in.
Yeah. And the guillotine. And Listeria got those witches, and those witches had to drown. Like
before then. It was before the witches.
I believe you. I just found it like to be such a like a horrible, disgusting word. And like there are times when I'm not gonna say I condone disrespect when men disrespect women, but there are times when like I understand the art form. And do I like the message? No. What song am I thinking about? I don't fuck with you. That is not a kind song, but I fucking love that song. I don't see any benefit.
But just
of the
imagine
word
yourself at the end of a breakup.
Oh, I've sung that song. Like when nothing hits harder than when you are pissed and you get to, and you're singing that song at the top of your fucking lungs.
Or after like a pitch meeting and you've got all those jitters in you.
Yep.
And you got to get it out. Like that is my after pitch meeting song.
No, that's a great one. I love that song. And I think that song does something for culture and something for art. I don't know what the fuck clunge does. No. But like, why would you, especially straight men saying that as someone you're trying to sleep with a woman and you're going to call it her clunge?
You know what a clunge is? And this thing already has a word, but a clunge is those sponges that people would use for birth control. You know, like the sponge where people like, you would stick that up. Yeah, you'd stick it inside of you, and the dude would jizz, but like it would catch it, but it wasn't 99% like a condom, but it worked ish. So that's what a clunge is.
Yeah.
That's a clunge.
Well, it does.
Or no, the act of it would be clunging.
I also just think that like in this metaphor, simile, whatever you want to call it, you are associating your dick with a plunger. And so I'm like, is there like, I just don't think it's flattering for anybody involved, but I just don't think men, they like, and any term like sex term has to be like about them being like powerful and like, look at my dick. And so I was like, clunge. Cause I was like, your dick's not a monster truck.
With a clunge, now I'm just saying it. With a plunger, you're creating air to suck it up and then spit it out. So, like, it doesn't even make sense in the context.
And that's why I think man should be banned from this.
I think clunging makes sense, though.
I think if with a different definition, without a doubt.
Yeah. Let him know. We just have to workshop the word.
And straight men, it's not their word.
No, it's not.
No, and like you can't say it about like, stop. This is a personal thing about us. This is between me and my gynecologist, okay?
And my girls.
Yeah, clunging is between me, my girls, and my gyno. No, get the boys out of the clunge. And so I think this all started, like, something about the show we were watching, but then also, I don't know if I had told you this, but when we went to the Le Creuset outlet, we walked by a Spencer's, and he was like, what is that? And I was like,
He doesn't know what a Spencer's is?
Yeah, I was like, it's like a sexy
store with stuff.
And he was like, but that feels misleading. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, but like the font, it looks like, and I go, Hot Topic? And he goes, yeah. I go, yeah, it's Hot Topic for sluts. And he was like, wait, what? And then I thought about it again yesterday and I was like, wait, I should show him what's on the website. So I pulled it up and I like saved it to show him when he came home from work. Melissa, it is so funny. And he was like not prepared for the, what it was going to be. Because I was like, yeah, sure, they have vibrators, they've got everything, but I want to read to you some of my favorite graphic tees, because I have to say, objectively, these are hilarious graphic tees. No, I'm trying to do that. This dick is unequivocally bussin', that has a graphic of like two people from like a Renaissance fair medieval time style.
Jenny, get that. You like to go to that shit.
Yep. Sorry I was late. I was cranking that hog, and it's like fiery motorcycle. I got railed in Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Blowjob queen. And my absolute favorite. Who ate all the pussy?
What?
It is so simple. Mon's is like, who would wear these? And then he pauses and he looks at me and he goes, you would wear these? And I was like, yeah, I don't have a boss. Like, he's like, I could literally see me coming home from work and you're just sitting there in one of these. Oh, I love this one too. Big dick is back in town. Eating pussy cures depression. Micro penis club president. 2-seater and there's an arrow pointing up and down. MILF with a collage of feet. Man, I love feet. I love big booty goth girls. Oh my God. I just like absolutely love it.
Well,
I love small titties.
Well, that's for you.
Biggest micro penis in the world. I love boobs.
Or maybe it's for Mott's. That's what you should get him.
My titties aren't as small anymore. They're not big titties, but
they're not medium either.
Fair. World's sluttiest dad. Shaking tits and taking shit. I'm just like fucking obsessed.
That's for you. That is for you.
Yes. No, Melissa, I would wear all of these. I do straight up think that Who Ate All the Pussy is the funniest shirt that anybody's ever made. And they make it in all different colors. Who ate all the pussy?
Well, I'm glad you're getting a good giggle out of this.
Oh my God. It has kept me, I've been laughing at this for 2 days because I forgot to show Monts the day before yesterday. So I have just been having in my head on a loop. It used to be, look at that horse. And then it became, who ate all the pussy? Just on a replay in my head all day. It has been a delight. It gives me the giggles.
Did they whiten your teeth when you went to the dentist?
No, they look a lot whiter here.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know if they're whiter.
They look whiter.
They do. Which I do struggle with because I don't have naturally white teeth. Like, I've literally gotten them professionally whitened and they're like, I'm going to give you half off because like your teeth didn't take to it well. And I was like, yeah, I don't know why. Oh, so I started watching a new show and I don't know if you recommended this.
What was it?
But I want to give you the credit preemptively in case you did.
Okay.
High Potential?
I've watched one episode. So I don't know if I've recommended it, but we have talked about it.
Okay. I am addicted to it.
Actually, I've watched 2 episodes.
You got to get your dad on it. It is fundamentally a procedural.
It is a procedural, but it's an ABC procedural, and he's a CBS person.
Well, CBS does make better procedurals historically. So he's not wrong with that bias. But I do think, you know, if you had it on and he started watching in the background, he would actually get into it. I think it's so fun. I'm loving it. If they cancel it.
It feels like enough people are talking about it.
I felt that way about the Mick as well.
I don't think a lot of people were talking about it.
I think we were talking about it.
I was talking about me, like amongst friends, everybody was talking about it after it got canceled. That's the problem. Everybody started talking about it after it was canceled.
I was devastated.
But also them playing the episodes out of order didn't do the show any favors.
No, that was confusing for people as well. But I am loving it. And
I'm about to drink out of a big ass glass bottle.
Cute.
I was just warning you so you wouldn't talk shit because you love to talk shit.
Oh my God. No, I love taking shits, Melissa. You're mistaken. I do love both.
You should just be happy I'm using a bottle with a top on it.
Oh, I thought there was no shot you were going to have that with a top on it. I don't even... Do you actually? Did you put the top on it? Oh, it blended right in.
Yeah.
That would give me a fright. We are so excited to have a brand new sponsor, and I'm feeling very cool because Jesse and Lily are sponsored by OneSkin, and now we are.
Yay!
We are finally here. Skincare, we love skincare. We're all about it. And let's talk about peptides for a minute. If you're like me, you're seeing them everywhere. Peptide this, peptide that, peptide. It's almost a tongue twister. Just because something says peptide on it doesn't actually mean that it's really doing anything for you, but that is where OneSkin's OS1 peptide is different. Some peptides just sit on top of the skin, and OS1 goes deeper. It's scientifically formulated to penetrate the cells within skin's deeper layers, which improves key skin health markers like collagen production, hydration, and my personal uphill battle constantly, skin barrier function.
I think that's both of our uphill battles.
Truly.
I was so excited to get this as well because I just ran out of my other moisturizer, so it was perfect timing. Not only is OS1 proven to remain stable from the lab to the countertop, so you get reliable results every time. And guys, listen, if you're not getting results from your peptides, it might be time to take a closer look. All of OneSkin's topical supplements are backed by lab and clinical studies. And they're all powered by OS1 peptide, the first and only peptide that is scientifically proven to target senescent cells that contribute to lines, wrinkles, and thinning skin. Try OneSkin with an exclusive 15% off your first purchase using Blame Me at oneskin.co.
I love these products. I've been trying out the Essential Moisturizer and the Essential Eye Cream. And for me, eye cream is one of those things that, like, I love a little luxury eye cream. I love to, like, feel that, but specifically the older that I get, and also sometimes if my sleep is not that great, I really notice the lines under the eyes, and I always want my makeup to apply better. And what I love about this is it looks so nice if I put it on, no makeup on, but I also can apply makeup on it. It's not just for like that really rich overnight kind of a thing. It's really a daily thing that you can use, and it just looks and feels really good. And the moisturizer,
oh, can I talk about that? Because sometimes my skin is very dry and scaly. Sometimes my skin is very oily. Sometimes my skin, I'm like, what even is this? But this face moisturizer is perfect. It goes on very smooth. It's not too thick, but you can feel the moisture in it. And then afterwards, after it's like really soaked in, you can just feel just how supple your skin is.
That's the perfect word, supple. And just like us, OneSkin loves science. So glad to hear. We love science in this house.
We do love science.
And OneSkin's entire R&D process is run in-house, strictly adhering to the rigor of scientific process from start to finish. Every claim is based on lab or clinical studies, and it's documented.
Founded and led by an all-woman team of skin and longevity scientists, OneSkin is redefining the aging process with their proprietary OS1 peptide, the first ingredient proven to help skin look, feel, and behave like its younger self.
Get 15% off with code BLAMEME at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code BLAMEME. After your purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Invest in the health and longevity of your skin with OneSkin. Your future self will thank you.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. But at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
Hey, it's Haley Steinfeld. When everything requires your attention, it can be tough to figure out what to prioritize. But I'm here to talk to you about something that you should always put first, your breast health. In fact, if you're 40 and over, you should be getting screened once a year. And if you're under 40, it's never too soon to visit yourattentionplease.com to learn about your breast cancer risk. So go on, pay the girls some attention and take the time to find out your breast cancer risk at yourattentionplease.com. Trust me, your future self will thank you.
How do you feel about anchovies?
I can't say that I've partaken in an anchovy to the point where I knew I was eating an anchovy.
Perfect. That's exactly what I want to hear. You don't have a vendetta against anchovies, but you know that like
the 80s had a vendetta against anchovies.
What?
The 80s, everything they would talk shit about anchovies. It was like
the Brussels sprouts of the 90s.
Yes, exactly.
Or the Brussels sprouts probably early 2000s because I was not as conscious.
No, it was 90s.
In the 90s. Oh, okay.
It was definitely 90s.
I guess I was also watching reruns of shows.
Yeah.
But I
say that as if I was a conscious adult during the 80s.
Well, we're just thinking about the media that we consume.
Yes.
And when that was made. So that's fair. So I would say I'm the same way. I know anchovies are in things, and I know that it's got an umami flavor. One time they put an anchovy on top of a Caesar salad, and I was like, I'm not a picky eater, so I was like, oh, okay. And I took a bite of it, and it was foul.
That's how it's traditionally made, though.
Yeah, and I want the anchovy in it. I don't want to take a bite of an anchovy. It was just, a lot. So last night we made, Melissa, one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life. The whole kitchen smelled like an Italian, like a hole-in-the-wall Italian restaurant. And I was like, this is what these bitches have been using. And I made the pasta that came from the chef she's the chef version of Lea Michele. She's not a good person, but boy, oh boy, can she cook. Alison Roman.
I thought you were going to say...
Giada? Nope.
Can't stand her. Giada's not Lea Michele, though.
Oh, you said I'm not allowed to talk shit on Paula Deen anymore.
No, it wasn't Paula Deen. It's a small brunette woman. She used to have... She took over for Paula Deen. She made that chicken for Thanksgiving that looked absolutely disgusting.
Rachel Ray.
Turkey. Rachel Ray. Yeah, Rachel Ray.
Oh, Rachel Ray can cook.
Rachel Ray is the Lea Michele of cooking.
No, but Lea Michele can sing.
She can.
Rachel Ray can't cook.
True, but they have the same vibe.
So does Alison Roman.
I don't know Alison, so I can't speak on her.
She is a New York Times contributor and stuff, and she is a person with a personality and thoughts and opinions and a Substack.
Okay.
For food and cooking.
I'm looking at her, but okay.
But
why'd you choose her? Because she has her liquor set in her first picture.
No,
that's not even a liquor
set.
Famous. She's that's a Great Jones, which those suck.
She's probably an ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
But so she is a very good chef. People love her recipes. They go very, very, very viral. She's released multiple cookbooks. She's very well regarded in the consumers of home chef, people who make recipes at home and stuff. I wouldn't say that she's regarded. I don't know if she's well regarded in the culinary space in terms of restaurateurs and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think a restaurateur versus a home chef is two different things.
Totally. Two different audiences too.
Yeah.
But she has this pasta that went crazy viral. I was seeing it everywhere. Everybody was talking about it. It was all over Reddit, and I was maybe I should make that sometime. Maybe I should make that sometime. Maybe I should make that sometime. And Mott's is addicted to the New York Times recipe thing because he doesn't love using Pinterest. He doesn't like all the things stuck in between.
Pinterest is stupid. I hate Pinterest.
And doesn't want to scroll through the ads and go all the way down to find the recipe and the ingredients. So he's really like this, and you can still save everything in your recipe box there. So we've been doing a lot of those, and one day I was wait, let me download it on your iPad and I'll scroll through and add things too, because he had just been adding them, and I found this pasta again, and I was let's make it. Melissa, it was one of the most delicious things I've ever had in my whole life. And Mott's literally said, he goes, I was you sound like such a dad. He goes, now this is the kind of thing that you make when you have people over and they go, whoa, you're really good.
What kind of, you say that as if he doesn't close meetings with a joke, financial tips.
I know.
What was in the pasta?
It is, I'll pull up the whole thing. And actually, I don't know if I don't think I can send you a gift recipe that he sent me, but maybe I can screenshot it. So it has 18,403 reviews, 5 stars. All of them 5-star. It's shallots, garlic, red
We're
pepper
already starting
flakes,
out great.
anchovies, and tomato paste, and just parsley. That's it.
You lost me at tomato paste, but I trust you.
Melissa, it is phenomenal. It's also like, I love when recipes flex science on us. This
and
one really...
it's tomato paste in a squeezy tube.
Yeah, either... And don't run away when I tell you this. It's either a whole tube or a whole can. So like, it's like a 4.2 to 6.6 ounces. 6 ounces is bigger. The can's bigger than the tube.
I'm fine with the can. It's just this recipe just feels like a tube recipe.
No, Melissa, it does. Unfortunately, we didn't have a whole tube, so we had to do a can. But I would pick a tube. It is very much a tube recipe. And it like flexes the science on you, because so initially Mach bought sardines, and I was like, are those the same thing as anchovies? And then I had to rack my brain, and then I went, what do I know sardines from? And I go, SpongeBob. Oh, they're thick and silver. Those are not the same thing that I ate on that salad.
And when you finish this, I'll tell you about a great sardine recipe that I've done before.
Ooh,
so
okay.
you can use it for that can that you got.
We did throw it away.
Oh.
It was a shock to the system when we opened it.
It is.
We were like, whoa!
It is scary. It is scary.
Yeah, like I wasn't prepared, because I thought what we were getting was anchovies.
Mm-hmm.
So it was alarming. But the anchovies melt into it. Like they fully disintegrate and melt into it. And then when you add the tomato paste, and you start with like 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. And we did with olive oil, even though I typically really don't like the taste of olive oil. I find it like very bitter. I prefer like a flavorless oil. But I did it because I was like, sometimes you kind of need the bitterness of an olive oil, especially like a tomato heavy thing. It's like supposed to be flavored like that. And it like disintegrate, all the things disintegrated. And then we get to the point where we're adding tomato paste, and it becomes like, it kind of looks like dough. Like it's not like runny and thick anymore. It's like it congeals. It reminds me of like shakshuka if you took away all the liquid. Like it is just like jammy tomato paste looking thing. And you just cook it until the tomato paste changes color. So like it gets darker. It's not as bright red. And then you do half, and you take that half away because you don't need that half. And then you save that for the next time you have the pasta. And then you just add a cup of pasta water. You need like a full cup at least. Add the pasta in. And then as you add the water, it suddenly transforms into a perfect like sticky sauce. So It reminds me a bit more of like the consistency of like Asian, specifically like Chinese or Thai pasta dishes, where it's like they're fully coated on all of the noodles, but it's not like saucy. Mm-hmm. Melissa, it changed my life. Like my nipples are hard talking about this right now. It is the best thing I have literally ever eaten.
Okay.
You have to make it.
Okay.
And so easy. I'll send you the screenshots. New York Times, I don't care if you hear this. What's your favorite pasta shape?
I think they're all the same. Sue me. I think they all are the exact same. I don't care. Like I can make a spaghetti, even though it's not technically spaghetti, but a typical bolognese sauce with, I don't know, swirly noodles. I don't even know the names, because to me, they're all the same.
That's a really hot take.
It is.
Maybe
they all taste the same. Except for angel hair. That bitch. Too skinny.
That's my favorite.
I know it is.
Which is, I know, objectively the wrong answer. And like, it is like the tacky, uncultured answer. And I own that, and I'm totally fine with that. Also, people have to understand that I'm eating gluten-free pasta. I don't need a thick noodle. This shit is already chewy.
If I had to pick one to be the best, Pappardelle.
Yeah. What's that one look like?
It's almost the same as Tagliatelle, but it's like bigger.
Pappardelle. Oh, that's a beautiful. That's a floppy noodle. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of a lo mein noodle. I loved a lo mein noodle. Ooh.
But the sardine recipe, it's 2 stalks of celery, a red onion, some mayonnaise, chopped dill,
Ooh, I love dill.
lemon juice, and then lemon zest, and some mustard, a little ground pepper, some salt. And then you put that in a food processor, put all of it, including the sardines. And then it gets it into, you just want to make it so it's like a little chunky, but like the sardines aren't looking like sardines anymore. And then like put it on a sandwich with some sprouts and cucumbers and lettuce. It's really nice.
Oh, like
so you don't know you're eating sardine.
Like a sardine salad. Like the mix between a sardine salad and like a pate.
Yep. But you're keeping it chunky, more like a chicken salad.
Oh, okay. And the sardines are chunky?
Yeah, but like all the flavors have mixed in, so you can't see them really.
Good, because they're very alarming.
They're scary. They're scary.
They're way bigger than I thought they would be.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like really like well fed.
Yeah.
They're rotund. Do you eat the skin?
You can use skinless for this recipe.
You
can buy it skinless.
Okay. I closed my eyes. I don't know if they had skin on them, but in my head, I'm also just picturing the SpongeBob sardines.
My grandmother, and keep in mind she was born in the 1920s, so, you know, depression in there. She loved eating sardines on a saltine cracker.
You know what? That one might have had pots. That's a lot of salt.
I mean,
there is something about the older generation and a fermented fish.
They love, and potted meat too. They love a can of meat.
I was an adult when I found out you could get things other than tuna in a can.
Mm-hmm.
They were selling at Ralph's salmon in a can the size of a can of black beans, and I went, "Why is that
they
so
sell
big?"
it at Trader Joe's too.
But they sell it in like oversized tuna cans, not like a can of tomato size. So I was like, this is just a lot.
I didn't even know that you could buy chicken in a can till
Jessica
one
Simpson.
day. No, that was still tuna though. She was talking about tuna. She called it chicken of the sea. That's why she's still doing those tuna commercials.
Yeah.
I went to a friend's house who, like, I had told her that I loved chicken and dumplings. A very good Southern recipe. And so she was like, come over, because we lived in the same neighborhood. And she said, come over, we can make them together. So I'm thinking we're getting flour out. We're cooking, because you have to make traditional chicken and dumplings. You got to cook that whole chicken in a big vat of chicken broth and stuff. Like, you cook
boil
it down.
chicken.
She whips out a
Biscuit?
can of biscuit, not even biscuits, a can of biscuits, like Pillsbury biscuits, and can of chicken. And I said,
that's dog food.
What the fuck is this? And
in a can of Campbell's
creamy, cream of chicken is what she used. And it was got to be one of the most nastiest things I've ever put in my mouth.
Has she ever had chicken and dumplings?
Yeah, it was when I was like in Arkansas.
So I'm saying she had that
when
and then
she
made this and said, this is the same.
Her family's version of chicken and dumplings was that.
But had she had other families' versions?
I don't think so.
Because I'm like,
because it's not like a recipe that you go to a restaurant to get. It's a recipe that you're always making at home.
Imagine like going over to someone's house after that and then having real chicken and dumplings and then coming home like, Mom, Dad, that's not what we've been making. Like, you could never go back after that.
And I was just like,
did you have to eat it?
I had a few bites, and then she went to the bathroom, and I a little bit of it in the trash, moved the stuff in the trash on top of it, and then kept just kind of like eating through it. It was so nasty. That's was literally
disgusting.
Like, I will never get the flavor of canned chicken out of, like, when I think of canned chicken, that's what it's that flavor. And I'm like, it's so nasty.
I also am like fundamentally, and like not from a science perspective, but like I'm just fundamentally against bland food stored in metal tins, because to me they will take on that flavor. Like you have to be like a tomato or something like acidic or ferment, something with a strong flavor. Otherwise, I feel like I'm eating a penny.
Yeah. And that's what it tasted like. A penny, but like the texture of chicken that's been sitting in a can all day. It was quite disgusting. That was in like 11th grade, and I still remember that.
Oh God, that might be what she serves her family now.
Yeah.
If it's still 11th grade, I thought it was going to be elementary school.
No,
you're stuck in your ways at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's also giving me ketchup on a mac and cheese family.
My dad does put ketchup on everything, like actual mac and cheese, and then he'll put ketchup on it.
Does he mix it or does he dip it?
Mix it. He does. He literally puts ketchup on everything.
I'm less opposed to mixing it, because then I don't have to see repeatedly.
I've never heard of anybody dunking, but like it's like actual mac and cheese. Like the cheese is in there, and then he puts ketchup on top of it. So nasty. Literally
that's not
everything. But he hates tomatoes. Like he can't eat a tomato.
They're not the same type. Like technically, but like technically they're really not. Some people love tomatoes and hate ketchup. Ketchup is like a unique substance.
Have you had leather ketchup?
Oh my God, at Butcher's Daughter.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you eat meat and you live in Los Angeles, how have you not had the burger from Butcher's Daughter? That's one of Moss's favorites.
So weird. What the fuck is... You can make it now that you got a dehydrator at home.
And I can't stand when people like do foodie shit just to fucking do it. Do it.
Just to say,
calm down. Like I don't need you to sous vide this shit. Like, stop. Like, chill. Make the food. Do your thing. Let's simmer down. Settle down.
Yep.
I think you're on mute.
Workday starting to sound the same?
I think you're on mute.
Find something that sounds better for your career on LinkedIn. With LinkedIn Job Collections, you can browse curated collections by relevant industries and benefits, like flex PTO or hybrid workplaces, so you can find the right job for you. Get started at linkedin.com/jobs. Finding where you fit. LinkedIn knows how.
Oh my God, it's the coolest thing ever. Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? Well, check this out. It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic famous foods from restaurants across the country, anywhere nationwide. I've never found a more perfect gift than food. They ship Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garten's famous cakes. Seriously. So if you're looking for a gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
So what's new with you?
I've been out a lot this week.
In the streets or on the town?
On the town.
Oh, okay.
Not in the streets.
It's a weekday.
I know. I went out on a weekday on Monday and last night.
Where?
So Monday I went to an improv show, but it was specifically for Black History Month. And
did you know anybody performing?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, it's actually
Park.
Objectively crazy to go to an improv show when you don't know anyone.
Or it was in Lamert Park, and it was a good time. Like, it was really funny.
Yeah. No, when you trust
funny.
the person, you know that they're funny, and they want you to come, which means that they know that it will be funny. Mm-hmm. It's a very good time.
Yeah. Melina Abdullah was there too, who is like I think she's the founder of Black Lives Matter LA.
Oh,
but
wow.
she's like a big deal. And she got up there because there was a protest yesterday, but like I was working, so I couldn't go. But she said, we're the real Black Lives Matter, not the ones that steal money.
Hey, she knew her audience. She says, I can say that here. That is funny.
Yeah, it was great. But it was a very good show.
She's gorgeous. I just looked her up.
Yeah. I've known who she was.
Yeah,
forever.
I don't think I've ever seen her face before.
Mm-hmm. I saw her because she was on an episode of Good Trouble, and I was like, wow.
Love. She's from Oakland.
Yeah. And then last night, Sona, my cousin, had a birthday party, like the friend birthday party. And we went to a putt-putt golf place in Santa Monica that's like a club.
I'm so sorry. There's mini golf in Santa Monica?
It's inside.
Is it like a top
It's
golf?
There's like 3 different levels. It is like so Instagrammable. It is so cute.
Wait, shut the fuck up.
It's what was that
Holy
place
Moly.
called? Yes, that's it.
I love the name.
And there was like full like a good restaurant, not like trash food, a full restaurant, a full bar if you're into drinking, and the drinks are cute too. And like,
it's Australian.
We were like, she handed me the scorecard, and I said, do you actually want to keep score, or are you just here for vibes and hitting balls and taking pictures? And she said, you're right. And so we were just like hitting balls and having a good time. And we dressed up. Her theme was 70s disco auntie.
Oh my God, I love that.
And I ate that shit up. I had my hair froed out.
Big earrings.
I did. I had on a pink jumpsuit, some glasses.
Cute. Wait, where are the pictures?
I'm waiting because since it was her birthday thing, I'm waiting for her to post first, and then I'll post more. But nope.
Oh my God, love. Oh my God, wow, what a beautiful place.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I can get Monster, or do you think he's gonna be like a golf purist about it?
Well, my cousin Danny, her husband, he was like mad that we weren't like actually playing, and they also have a part upstairs that's like an outdoor, it's like long couches and like quotes on the walls and stuff, and we just went out there like in the middle of the game once somebody spotted it, and we're taking pictures out here, and he's like, can we just get back to playing?
Oh my God, serious?
Yes,
someone's gotta take him to the one in the valley. Wow. They also have karaoke some nights?
Yes, they had karaoke, and I looked at her and I said, do you actually, because some of her friends wanted to do it, and she's like, do you actually want to do it? And she goes, no. So then I was like, I'll be the mean person then.
Oh my God, perfect. Every friend group needs that one, being like, you don't want to do this, right? I can
tell.
I'll put an end to that.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Shut the fuck up. You look great. I'm obsessed with that photo. That might be maybe should be your first one.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't. So it seems like it's brand new.
Yes, it is. Where's my ass photo?
The other one is in the US is in Denver. Oh my God. Wait, I'm obsessed.
Yes, like I feel like we should go. Like it would be so much fun.
We should.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm loving that. So are those like the little like vignettes? Do they have holes there, or are those like games and activities there?
This is that was a hole. Like there was a hole. Like this is a Van Gogh room where there's a hole down here somewhere.
Oh my God, it's like an escape room meets mini golf.
Yeah,
that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, it was a good time. Also had one of those win thing where you pick up money. Like that was one of the golf things. So you press after you hit the
real
ball
money?
through. No, it's fake money. But after you hit the ball through, then you press the button, and then the money swirls everywhere. I
FaceTimed Kyle for like 2 hours the other day, and he used that thing like that as a metaphor, and he was like, I felt like that kid who won the magazine drive at school, and I got to be in the booth full of the flying money, but like someone taped my hands down, and I was like, oh my God, what a horrible feeling. Oh my God, these are so cute. This is what a fun concept.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's one in San Francisco too.
This one was disgusting, but.
Oh, that's nasty. Hey, Australians got to throw a little bit of Australia on that.
Mm-hmm. And this was on the wall, so of course, like I had to take a picture of that.
Oh my God, I love. Like permanently or just for?
Mm-hmm. It's on the wallpaper.
I wonder what the who brought it to like if they like franchised it out, like they sold it to someone in the US or they sold like a San Francisco, someone bought a franchise for San Francisco, for Denver, and then for LA.
Mm-hmm.
Because those three cities do align in general. Like you could own all of them, but I feel like this one looks so LA. I'm curious what the other ones look like.
Yeah.
I have to tell Mats, I feel like he must know about it at this point because
it's new though.
But he also works in Santa Monica.
Oh, yeah. It was a lot of people there, like after work, like thing, like they were getting drinks and stuff, like company people.
Wait, he and like his two bosses, they are like doing like a monthly dinner. They all go out to dinner together once a month. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's fucking expensive. They go out to dinner there like once a month. Go out to dinner once a month. Maybe they should do this because they also golf together all the time.
Yeah.
Wait, Mats and I are upset. Oh, you look. See, I do think that if you put us in the 70s, like, we're gorgeous. You know what we're doing? Mm-hmm. We're slamming our clams.
Mm-hmm.
We're plunging the clunge. It is like, that aesthetic, it fits you so well.
Yep.
Wow. I gots to go.
Gotta go.
I love an old school fucking mini golf. Like, I go to the Valley.
And it's cheap too. We played 2 holes and it was like $30. Like, so there was 2 different, like, cause you can just do like the first level. So we did it on 2 different levels. It was 8 holes for each one and it was $30 total. And
you're not in the sweltering sun in the Valley with the screaming kids. And I have to say,
and there's you have to
be older. I have to assume
you had
alcohol.
To get stamped going in. He asked for my ID and I was like, what?
I have to say, there is nothing that will make you fear for your life like a 103-degree day with a kid who is seeing their weekend Disney dad, who instead of taking them to Disney, took them to mini golf and didn't feed them lunch before. And they are throwing their golf clubs. And you're like ducking, being like, uh-oh. Wow. I just sent it to Mons. This is going to be like... I'm getting a membership. Like, I'm obsessed with this because I've always thought that like we need an in between. Like, I wish we could make, what's it called? Buster.
Dave and Buster's.
I kept finding Buster rhymes. Exactly. I have always a Dave and Buster's card. Dave and Buster's has so much potential for a cutesy girly off branch of it. Like, I want less sweaty straight dudes there. I want better fucking music. I want slightly better.
Oh, the music was good too.
Flattering lighting, and I want better food.
A lot of Sabrina was playing.
That's what I want because I'm like the concept of Dave and Buster's. I love. I just have a few tweaks. I have a few suggestions, and then when I think about things like Topgolf, I go, I actually needed Dave and Buster's to be less straight. And so that's what Topgolf is.
I love Topgolf though.
Wrong way. Yeah. Totally. But I'm just like,
but this is for the girls.
The market
this
for
is
that.
For the girlies.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. I have to go.
Yes. Even if I say one day you should take an Uber to it while he's getting off work and y'all just go like after work, like date night type thing.
No, that's so fun.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with this. Wow, that is so fun. How did she always knows all the cool new things.
Yeah.
She's so I was going to age myself. I was going to say she's so hip.
She is hip. She's very hip.
She's very, very hip. Wow. Damn, you really have been out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you went out with a theme.
I know.
And a whole outfit. Wow. I love that for you. So who won, would you have thought?
Well, Danny, and then me. And then Everybody else was pretty terrible, to be honest. There was somebody that was there at the mini golf that was just like there, and they just kept staring at me and standing very close to me. It was odd. I would be over taking pictures by myself, and then she'd just kind of stand there. And it's not like she like didn't know anybody else. She knew the other people there. It was weird vibes.
Oh, okay. She had a crush.
And I was just like, she was also small. Like, I was taller than her, and I thought that was weird.
Was she
I did have on heels, and she had on flats. So, like,
was it an adult?
If I didn't have, yes, she was an adult. If I didn't have shoes on, we'd probably be the same height. But it just made it weirder that she just kept looking at me.
I actually can't picture someone smaller than you.
I had on heels, so imagine me just with no heels on.
Like 3 inches.
I had on platforms.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. That is better. And
yeah,
you weren't towering over her.
It felt like it.
Okay. That is a weird vibe.
Yep.
Well, sometimes people get crushes.
But like, why am I? I've just been everywhere I go.
The unwanted public attention from strangers for you. It's just, I do think it is getting increasingly out of hand.
Yep. It is.
You know what I think it comes from? You know where it all started from?
What
was it? Jamaica? When you went to Jamaica? Was that Jamaica that you went to for the wedding?
That was
Dominican Republic.
Yep.
That, because you said you're like, I'm gonna hoe it. I'm gonna flirt. I'm gonna have all this tension. And then you came back and you said, I don't know who heard my. They brought on too much. It was too heavy-handed. I did not like it. I don't want it anymore. And I do think since then, it's been pretty steady.
I haven't been going out like I used to go out. Like, I've been going places a lot more frequently lately. And so it maybe like when I go out it's happening, but like I was going out so infrequently that it wasn't bothering me.
Yeah, it was a special treat. And now it's getting in the way of you trying to do your activities out and out.
Yeah. Even for a Wednesday night, I would say there was quite a bit of people
I have to say, I do think, and this could be me being judgmental, I do think Santa Monica tends to be a little bit more wet and alcohol driven than even like what people think like West Hollywood. And I'm like, no, because those are like tourists and like people who come and visit.
Yes.
People who live in Santa Monica go out and get like wasted on weeknights.
Yeah. Yep.
And
it was a lot of people that like just came because we were there at 7. A lot of people were just getting there from work, and it was like there was like one section of people was just like a group workouting.
You found your person. Now let the Knot help you with everything else. The Knot connects you to the wedding inspo, vendors, venues, and planning tools you need to make your day totally you. Having helped plan 25 million weddings, we've got your back when it comes to every little detail like RSVPs, budgets, and more. Because your wedding comes to life with the connections that matter the most. Get started at theknot.com/audio. The Knot. Let's plan your wedding together.
I'm Amy Nicholson, the film critic for the LA Times.
And I'm Paul Scheer, an actor, writer, and director. You might know me from The League, Veep, or my non-eligible for Academy Award role in Twisters.
We come together to host Unspooled, a podcast where we talk about good movies, critical hits,
fan favorites, must-sees, and in case you missed them.
We're talking Parasite to Home Alone.
From Grease to The Dark Knight.
So if you love movies like we do, come along on our cinematic adventure.
Listen to Unspooled wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget to hit the follow button.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
I do think that that's a reason why some people who like live in Venice or Santa Monica do well living in New York too, because they just like, they want to walk out their door, go to work. They want to walk to work. Yep. They want to walk to the bar after work. They
Uh-huh.
want to get hammered, and then they want to go to sleep in there. But they're not wearing suits because they don't wear suits to work there.
Right.
They want to go to sleep, and then they want to wake up hungover, and they want to surf, and then walk their sandy bare feet back to work.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
And that's why I could. And Moss was like, "Would you ever want to live on the West Side?" I was like, "Quite literally, no." Like,
Culver City's
never.
fine.
That to me though, I don't group Culver into the West Side like that, because you can leave. For me, the West Side is like, you can't leave. The 20 anywhere is 20 minutes away. That whole like idiom of like LA does not apply when you live in my mind, on the West Side. In Culver, you can get places in 20 minutes. You're not like stuck in this gridlock of,
because the Culver, it's once you're past 405 and 10 meeting, when it's just 10.
Yep.
Culver still has 405.
Yep. And I loved living in Culver. But
when did you live in Culver?
Oh my God, I lived in Culver for like 3 years.
I didn't even know you lived in Culver City.
Oh my God, yes.
When?
So my first place I ever lived was Park La Brea.
That's not Culver City.
No, I know. Hold on, but I didn't even finish my year-long lease there because
it's disgusting.
That's such an understatement.
That is a wet soup building.
Oh, what was that? Every hallway smelled like soup.
Yeah.
All of my neighbors were lovely people, and they smelled like soup. Like everything smelled like soup. And there is a specific scent of like soup smelling apartments in Los Angeles. It's very like, I don't know. It's a cabbage heavy soup. And I got it sprayed for roaches.
I knew this part.
Yeah, no less than like a dozen times. And then I moved into a different unit because it was so bad that it was like I couldn't unpack. And I was like, I can't. They were coming twice a week to spray. And I wasn't, I was living there I was like, I can't. I'm sleeping at someone else's place because I was like, this is horrible, because I opened my eyes and one was on my pillow. And I was like, I can't do it. And they were huge. And so then they let me switch to a different, didn't they let me switch to a different unit? Or maybe I can't remember if I switched to a different unit there or I didn't. I think I just got out of the lease because I was like, this is just impossible. Because I think they wanted to charge me, whatever it was. I was like, these have roaches. I can't do it. And then I just drove around by myself and was like, where do I want to live? Like, because you can't really, like, yes, you can look for apartments online,
it's
but like,
not the same.
You're going to live in Park La Brea. Like, you're not, like, you have to drive around.
Literally, when I first moved here, I was looking at things online, and my uncle was like, "Don't do that."
Well, it's like,
and there's a lot of scams too, especially at that time because it was all Craigslist.
Oh my God, yeah,
or
and like West Side
Rentals. Yep.
Yeah, and in general, like LA, they're not going to respond to your emails very fast. Like, you need to go and like, it is a very like laid back yet cutthroat vibe.
Yeah.
So like, you have to act accordingly, and it's similar to cities like San Francisco, where it's like some parts of the block you really don't want to live on, not because it's unsafe, but because like, you know, it might be a very steep slope there, and you're like, I don't really want to park my car here, or like there's not great street parking or whatever. Like, you have to get a sense and a vibe of it. And LA is so fucking big that you don't know where the hell these places are until you drive through.
Right.
And so I just like drove around by myself, and I had like, it hadn't even been in LA a year. I'd probably been there like 4 months or something. And I was like, okay, where have I been? Because I'd gone for work so many times and spent so much time commuting for work. And then I was like, there's like that cute little place that has kind of like a downtown. What is that? And it was Culver. And I like drove for days trying to find it, and I found it. And then I found an apartment there that was like right on Venice. And I lived there for years. I think I lived in the initial unit it's the longest. No, okay, that's not true. Before my last place, it was like the longest I had lived in a place. And I think I lived there for at least 3 years, I think. But I like moved from one unit to another unit, and like I loved it. That's where the fire happened, when my dryer caught on fire.
Yes. I don't know why, but I guess just because as long as before you moved in your house now, I just always pictured you like mid-city.
Well, also because I lived downstairs at that place too. Like, I'm the queen of moving to a building and then saying, let's take it up a level.
I've done that twice too.
I have done that 3 times. Like that's what I'm always trying to always trying to get a little upgrade after a while for good behavior. But
exactly.
I loved that. I love that apartment. Like I loved
What
that building.
year was this?
So it was. I mean, Mott's has been there. He like had never been inside, but like I remember like when I invited him to Coachella, that's where like.
So we were in Culver City at the same time.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know.
I loved walking to go to the movies. I loved walking to go to Natalie Ty. Like I loved it.
Fun times. I've been pretty much in the same area-ish within 10 minutes of everything.
You and Casey both did that. You both moved to like a spot, and then you said, "I'll do a circle around here, but I don't need to go too far either way." Even though both of you could theoretically, you're not like stuck to like a commute to work.
No, not at all.
No, when Casey moved, it was like farther away from where she was initially trying to be. She goes, "Well, this is where I want to be." And I was like, okay.
I know where I want to be too when I leave here.
Where?
I want to go to like View Park, Windsor Hills.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. There's a street back there, like behind Hilltop, Issa Rae's place, that is like very hilly, but like those houses are so beautiful over there.
Those houses.
Yeah.
Those houses.
Yes. That's
not even
like
you can call
my
them
dream.
houses, those estates.
Yes, those estates. That's my dream.
I love that.
I went driving around there after seeing Kiki and SZA's movie.
Oh yeah.
I went to the theater that's in Inglewood, that new really high end one, and it like in that movie it's really a love letter to like that area of LA. And they mention this street. I won't tell you what happens in the scene, but they mention this like exact street corner, and they go there, and that's the way that it took me back. I've never driven through that area, and it took me back, and I was literally filming like sent it to Avia, and I was like, look, this is exactly where they were.
Wow,
but
I love that.
Yeah, but then I just like started just driving around the area, and I said, oh my gosh, I've been over here, but not like on this street.
Not up when you get off the main road and then you start going up. No, those houses though, gorgeous.
Yeah,
gorgeous. I love.
That's my dream.
Are you not going to move to Pasadena with me?
Look, the vibes over there.
You said you like.
I did like it, but now I don't.
After they had a fire, now you're like, I don't like it anymore. Wow. You can't love them through a little bit of a struggle?
Sorry.
Sorry, the vibes are off. It's kind of ashy.
You didn't have to say it, Megan. I wasn't going to actually say what the vibe was.
Ouch. Ouch. It's a cruel world out there, people. I do love, though, that, like, Casey and Kyle had like never been to Pasadena before, and like
how has Kyle never been to Pasadena?
So he like
his
got
bougie
here.
Ass.
I know he got here to visit one day, and like I had like do some work. I think we were recording the podcast. I think that's like when he got here, and so it was him and Casey, and I was like, "You should just go to Pasadena," and they were like, "What? Why would I go to Pasadena?" I was like, "You will love Pasadena. Go. Both of you will love it." And they're like, "I've never been."
Could find
and
a
then
good sugar daddy over there.
They came back, and then they said, I love that place. Why don't you buy a house there? And I said, bitch, that is the plan. But I didn't buy a house there because who has that much? Like, there's a reason why you bougie ass fuckers loved it so much. That's aspirational. That is not currently attainable. And they were like, I love it. And then the fires happened. Kyle's like, oh, Pasadena? But I love Pasadena. I'm like, I know. And that's what happens when you take someone from the west side and you move them a little bit farther out, and they go, it's nice out here. I know. So funny.
I have a new business venture, and I'll talk to you about it off mic, but I feel like it's going to get us some money.
Finally.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Yep.
I have so many ideas that just don't get me any money.
Yeah, this will be a moneymaker because it's skills that we already have, and I just have to implement it. That's it.
I can hone in. on an existing skill set.
And it's a skill set that you also already have, and I know the place that you will be in, so we'll be good.
Flawless perfect. Because after watching High Potential, Mont said, this is what your job should be. And I said, consultant for the LAPD. And he said, I think you could do what she does. And I was like, yeah, but the reason why she can do what she does is because she has like a ridiculously high IQ level for me.
And also a very strong why. Her why for doing these things too.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't have that kind of drive.
And this is something you can do right
to help that.
Sitting right there.
Oh, I love a sitting activity.
Yes.
Well, next time you hear from us, I'll have a house in Pasadena.
Loaded. All right. Well, we will
fist you later.
Thank you for joining us. Rejoin us on Monday for But Am I Wrong? Tuesday for See You Next Tuesday. Wednesday, use that day to catch up. Thursday for Don't Blame Me, and then we'll be back here on Friday.
Woo! Bye! This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Hello, I am Kristen Russo.
And I am Jenny Owen Youngs.
We are the hosts of Buffering the Vampire Slayer once more with spoilers, a rewatch podcast covering all 144 episodes of, you guessed it, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
We are here to humbly invite you to join us for our 5th Buffy prom, which, if you can believe it, we are hosting at the actual Sunnydale High School. That's right. On April 4th and 5th, we will be descending upon the campus of Torrance High School, which was the filming location for Buffy's Sunnydale High, to dance the night away to 90s music in the iconic courtyard, to sip on punch right next to the Sunnydale High fountain, and to nerd out together in our prom best inside of the set of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
All information and tickets can be found at bufferingcast.com/prom. Come join us.
Hi, this is Rob Benedict.
And I am Richard Spate. We were both on a little show you might know called Supernatural.
It had a pretty good run, 15 seasons, 327 episodes.
And though we have seen, of course, every episode many times, we figured, hey, now that we're wrapped, let's watch it all again.
And we can't do that alone, so we're inviting the cast and crew that made the show along for the ride. We've got writers, producers, composers, directors, and we'll of course have some actors on as well, including some certain guys that played some certain pretty iconic brothers.
It was kind of a little bit of a left field choice in the best way possible.
The note from Kripke was, he's great, we love him, but we're looking for like a really intelligent Duchovny type.
With 15 seasons to explore, it's going to be the road trip of several lifetimes. So please join us and subscribe to Supernatural then and now.
Do you love Disney? Do you love top 10 lists? Then you are going to love our hit podcast, Disney Countdown. I'm Megan, the Magical Millennial.
And I'm the Dapper Danielle.
On every episode of our fun and family-friendly show, we count down our top 10 lists of all things Disney. The parks, the movies, the music, the food, the lore. There is nothing we don't cover on our show.
We are famous for rabbit holes, Disney-themed games, and fun facts you didn't know you needed.
I had Danielle and Megan record some answers to seemingly meaningless questions. I asked Danielle, what insect song is typically higher pitched in hotter temperatures and lower pitched in cooler temperatures?
You got this.
No, I didn't.
Don't believe that. About a wish coming true? Well, I didn't either. Of course, I'm just a
cicada. I'm crying. I'm so sorry, Jiminy.
You win that one.
So if you're looking for a healthy dose of Disney magic, check out Disney Countdown wherever you get your podcasts.